Hello, everybody.
Hello, hello,
Hello, Bobby D.
hello.
And welcome back to Cubbage Critiques, the show where,
We critique.
yeah, I was trying to think of it. I lost my train of thought there. Cubbage Critiques, sponsored by Vibrant Souls Health and Wellness. You can follow Vibrant Souls on Instagram and you can email them at vibrantsouls@gmail.com. So we have something delightful to talk about today on this segment of Cubbage Critiques. And we will be getting to that in just a few moments. So stay tuned, right, Bobby D?
Yes.
All right. Thank you for being here. And while you're here, make sure you click like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. We would greatly appreciate it. But recently, uh, we had a chance to go to a nice little joint, nice little uh, place in the Strip District of
Yes.
Pittsburgh, and it was called Cadence. Cadence at the Strip and/or Cellars Speakeasy.
That is correct. So, what do you think?
I liked it. Just trying to get some pictures uh, pulled up. Once I get some real exciting pictures on here, then I'll definitely go ahead and pull them up. But it was a really nice vibe, really nice. Well, first thing when you walk in, you go down into the basement.
That's true. Is that what a speakeasy is?
Well, I've never been to a speakeasy.
You wouldn't. You wouldn't if you're entirely too young.
Oh,
Speakeasy started hundreds of years ago, I believe, when people weren't. But before alcohol became legal, people that had alcohol or would make alcohol would be in the basement areas of places and tell people, come here. You want to get something to drink? Come here with me. And they would go and then end up having a party or, drinks and food or whatever they were.
That's what that was.
That's what that was.
That's what
I don't know
that
if I have
means,
the
I should say.
exact proper, but I'm not. Alexa, when did speakeasies begin?
The most recent concert by Polo started on Thursday, February 13, 2025 at 9:30 p.m.
Alexa, no.
Well, anyway.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you for
very welcome.
really. Anyway,
But anyway, that was the basic gist
of a speakeasy.
of a speakeasy. So you can go down, and it was actually very cool because you would have to. Well, I mean, of course it's cool now, but I'm sure it probably wasn't cool back then. If you really, really, really wanted liquor, the hard stuff, the heavy stuff,
We had to go down to the basement to get it.
you have to go down into a basement and then follow this path down a hallway or what will we call it? Like a tunnel kind of a thing.
Mm-hmm.
And once you got way to the end of the tunnel, then that's where people would be partying and drinking and eating and stuff like that.
Okay.
So come to find out that here in Pittsburgh, we had no idea that there was and actually, I guess we could call it a restored speakeasy, and they turned it into a restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
All of that.
Yeah, like when you take a look at this picture right here, looks exciting, doesn't it? So
Maybe not on the outside.
I said, well, and then we'd take a picture of the sign there.
And then, of course, there's actually, if this company is in your town, across the street is a place called Wiggle Whiskey. And the Cadence Speakeasy tunnel actually goes into the Wiggle Whiskey company, but we weren't able to actually follow the tunnel, and we could show some pictures that you could see.
Yeah, well, I found this picture.
Oh yeah, that was the restaurant.
So this is the restaurant part of the Speakeasy. Sorry about my fingers being in the way. You can see some people there. Now, this picture here was probably the top of the night right here. And I'm sure if you guys were on our social media page, you can see this wonderful drink that Bobby D had.
Yeah, what was it called?
Cirque de la Flame.
Cirque de Flame.
Cirque de Flame?
Yes.
Look at that.
So they have that drink in regular with alcohol in it, or the mocktail. And they both look the same. And what's interesting is that I believe they set a piece of pineapple on fire.
Yes.
And they inverted a lime, and they set the I think it was a piece of pineapple.
The lime and the coconut?
The lime and the coconut on top.
Well,
and so it was sitting in there, and that's what was flaming.
Okay. That was good.
It was good. It was really cool. And then that was a picture of it.
Yeah.
When the flame was stopping.
But what you were talking about here, you were explaining the tunnel. So
and that's
this
our
is the
friend
tunnel
actually standing.
We would go to.
That's our friend actually standing there looking through. And there was a gate there. And it's interesting. Our server said it would be really cool if you guys would, go down there and check it out.
Yeah.
But if you look,
how long that is.
But it doesn't look like the other side is open.
It was, that's the last thing we'll show. But it wasn't. It was blocked off for some reason.
It was blocked, yeah. But we had watched videos of different people who have been back there, and actually this has been open for about 2 years now, so we didn't know anything about it, and we just happened to hear about it, and we're like, oh, that's cool, we'll be able to go and check it out and see what's going on back there.
Yeah,
that's what our server said we could do, but it was blocked. I don't know how we were supposed to get in there.
Well, it was the thought that counted,
I guess so.
But the area, like I said, the seating area where we all sat was real nice. And other than the wonderful drinks, of course, you can see the wonderful food here. So, yeah, food, glorious food.
We all got a handheld sandwich.
Yeah, it's amazing.
And you enjoyed yours a lot, huh?
Yeah, I had the pulled pork.
Oh.
They had the pulled pork, and they had this kind of like a sweet barbecue sauce, not spicy, just like sweet. And I've never had pulled pork with a pickle.
Oh.
In it. Like it was like,
on it.
In
the sandwich.
Yeah.
Oh.
That was kind of different for me.
But I would imagine that would be good.
Well, you put pickles on hamburgers and stuff, so.
Agreed.
So I guess they put pickles on that.
I guess so, huh?
So it was good. It was good. The meal was good. If I had to critique the way the meal was with the the drinks and the the sandwiches, the atmosphere, I would probably give it a 9 out of 10.
Very good.
What
would have made it a 10?
Well, it was a 10 at first, but then it got so noisy toward the end of it. That's what just kind of, but I mean, not that anybody was disturbing anybody. It was just really noisy.
It was a lot of noise.
And plus, you were all confined to one room, more or less. I mean, there were other rooms, but we were kind of in like a closer, like a closed off space, sort of. But and plus, the walls were thick.
Yes, indeed.
So that to me, that's what makes it a 9 out of 10. But I definitely would go back there. Our server was great. The just the whole vibe. The people seemed okay. They just seemed like they were happy to be there. So out of 10 meaning the greatest, what would you give it?
I would give it an 8 myself. An 8? Yes.
So what would make it a 10?
If we would have been allowed to go down to the Speakeasy. That's what I really wanted to do.
That's like 2 points right there.
I know. I took off 2 points.
For that?
Oh,
okay.
Yeah. But everything else was great. Our server, 10 out of 10. He was fantastic. He was. 10 out of 10.
Yeah, and he kept refilling the waters and the soft drinks and whatever.
Yes. Yeah. He gets 10 out of 10 by himself.
Yes.
The vibe in there, 10 out of 10. The place, the inside, the decor, beautiful, 10 out of 10. But to take off 2 points for not being able to go to the Speakeasy, because that was my whole
reason for wanting
to go. Yes.
Gotcha.
But I mean, but I thought the food was good. I for somebody like me who has a sensitive stomach and everything bothers it, and
you had a chicken sandwich.
Yes, and it was our friend and myself had a chicken sandwich, but she had chicken sandwich that had bacon on it. So it was bacon and ranch and fried. And I just got the fried sandwich with ranch, no bacon. And it was good. But one thing I thought was a little weird too was that it was good, but the pickles that they had on there, everybody knows, or at least hopefully everybody knows. If you don't know, you're about to find out that cucumbers are the beginning of pickles. So my pickles weren't quite pickled yet.
They were more cucumber.
More cucumbery.
That's fun.
Not that I don't love cucumbers. They're one of my favorite vegetables. They really are. Love cucumbers.
Don't you normally put pickles on sandwiches?
But I would prefer if it's going to be if it's going to, either put a pickle on or don't. But I'd have been fine with it just without the pickle. It could have just been the chicken and the ranch dressing. I'd have been okay with it.
Well, pickles go on sandwiches. Cucumbers go in salad.
Absolutely. And that's why I was like,
Yeah.
But it wasn't. It was not bad. It actually, the chicken itself was cooked very well. It tasted good. Perfect temperature. I wasn't like, something they bring out, it's way too hot. You can't even, but it was, you know me, I would prefer to eat my food hot. And it was just the right temperature for me. It was perfect. But it was big. It was a little too big for me. So of course I had to bring it back home. But overall, I thought it was a fabulous place. Just got to take 2 points off for not being able to get into the tunnel. That's all. Okay. That's the only reason. But everything else was fabulous.
We're still good.
Yep. And we ran into a friend of mine there.
Yeah, how about that? That was pretty cool.
I think that's so funny.
That topped it off.
That topped it off.
Your friend there.
Yeah, I was very happy, and happy you had a chance to meet her as well. So.
And you said you would definitely go back to the Speakeasy?
Absolutely. But this time, I want to know if we could really get into the Speakeasy.
Okay, so I guess we'll be figuring that out the next time we go.
Yes, I'm going to ask. Well, I thought because the service, it'll be awesome if you guys go down there.
Yeah, they had it blocked off.
But it was blocked, so, and I'm not blaming him for that. Maybe he didn't know. He was really busy.
Times of the night.
That's true. And he was really, really busy.
Yeah, he was.
And for him to be so busy, he was still very attentive
He was.
to us.
He was.
So I can't, I don't have any complaints about him or food or
Nope.
any of that. Just was kind of bummed because we couldn't go into the tunnel. So
But all in all, you had a good time at the Speakeasy.
I did. And I'm hoping that we can find some more stuff like that.
Yeah, well, we got time. You and I will sit and kind of see what we can find out.
Why don't we do that as soon as we're done with this?
Okay. And if you guys have a Speakeasy in your area, like Bobby D said, make sure that you go check it out. I know I don't know if they're all the same, but the one we went to was, based off of the pictures that we showed you. We really enjoyed it. So hopefully you guys find something like that in your area soon.
I hope so.
And yeah.
I'm sure it would probably be in more places, a Speakeasy, an authentic, because I believe that one was authentic, but I believe that an authentic Speakeasy would probably be more in the southern states, like Louisiana or Texas.
I was kind of wondering.
Probably, most likely,
Yeah.
And so check it out if you live in a southern state. I'm sure there probably is a Speakeasy all across America, because I'm sure there were people wanting to drink all over the country. So, So with that being said, do you have anything else to add?
No, like I said, I really enjoyed it. You and I will be going back at some point soon.
We will.
We'll be doing another Cubbage Critiques really soon. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this critique. And if there's anything you would like us to critique that you mentioned that you want us to do,
let us know.
Or anything you want us to critique or whatever cases, just let us know. Do us a favor, like this video, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, tell your family and friends about the CCI radio show. And we look forward to, seeing you guys live on Saturdays as we normally do our live show, and check out all our other content here on this channel as well.
Sounds good to me.
All right.
Thank you so much for joining us, and we'll see you again really, really soon. Bye, everyone.